Are you good, Mitch?
Okay, Mitch.
He's checking.
Anything else you want to say?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and for this list, we'll be looking at times when people froze on camera.
Everybody. Now, I'm not going to say it was the sinner who was wrong.
Number 10, MIKAILA FERRELL. This 10-year-old was performing her rendition of Rise Up by Andra Day at her school's talent show. However, stage fright kicks in and she forgets the lyrics of the song. She's speechless standing on the stage as the melody of the song continues to play.
I just forgot because I was nervous to even sing anymore.
Fortunately, her mother is there to save the day as she starts singing as well.
Started singing to help her to keep going on so she would finish the song.
As she sings the tune, she joins her daughter on stage, who eventually gathers up her courage and starts singing again. The touching moment went viral and was applauded by many.
Mother and daughter rising up together.
Number 9, Marshall Pope. This rapper, poet, and author based in Alabama appeared on a local talk show to discuss and promote his work. His appearance also included an impromptu segment where he would perform a freestyle to showcase his skills. When it came time to perform the freestyle, however, Pope froze.
Years ago, they tried to put me in the...
He couldn't sing a single lyric, let alone finish a line, before remarking,
this is live.
Fortunately, the host was able to help him out and avoid the situation getting more awkward than it already was.
Did you want to try to read something from your book?
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole moment went viral, but Pope took the whole thing in stride.
And the most important benefit it has is that the people, like I was talking about, they got a chance to see me mess up on live television. And so they know we all human, so it's okay to mess up, and just keep moving.
Number 8, George Bush. In a now infamous moment, former President of the United States George Bush was visiting an elementary school in Sarasota, Florida. The children were set to read a story to Bush, who seemed engaged and enthusiastic while interacting with the children. That is until he was approached by a member of his staff. They whispered something in his ear, and the latter's initial joyful expression upon entering the classroom disappeared instantly. What we know now is that this person informed Bush of the 9/11 terrorist attack. Bush stays for the reading, but is practically motionless throughout. With a look of pure shock and concern, he sits still in terror as the children read their story.
During a crisis, it's really important to set a tone and not to panic. And so I waited for the appropriate moment to leave the classroom. I didn't want to do anything dramatic. I didn't want to, lurch out of the chair and scare the classroom full of children, and so I waited.
Number 7, KRISTIN GIANNAS. In a segment from WUFT, reporter Kara Manelli is delivering a news report concerning a lottery event for students. What she doesn't realize is that there's a woman behind making photocopies.
The UAA will notify the winners of the lottery by Monday, December 15th.
The woman, KRISTIN GIANNAS, realizes she's on camera before it's too late. She doesn't move an inch and nervously stares right at the camera, before slightly bending on her knees in an attempt to hide herself. She then suddenly drops on her knees and hides behind the photocopy machine. Way to make a seemingly ordinary segment into something much more memorable.
Live from the newsroom, Kara Manelli, WUFT News.
Number 6, Nathan Fielder. Known for his work on shows Nathan For You and The Rehearsal, this star was spotted at a New York Mets playoff game in Citi Field. When he's shown the Jumbotron, Fielder doesn't do anything. Fielder doesn't move an inch and gives a death stare directly at the camera. Although many consider this just another part of his deadpan sense of humor, others have also hypothesized that he's in fact not having a good time at the game, which saw the Mets lose 7-1 to the San Diego Padres. Number 5, Eminem. Back in 2013, rapper Eminem was interviewed by sports commentators Brent Musburger and Kirk Herbstreit during the broadcast of a college football game. As he's being introduced, he seems completely out of it. In fact, no one really knows how to describe his body language. Not only did the interview go viral, but at that point and years later, people tried to decipher the story behind why Mathers was acting so strangely. While on the broadcast, Mathers attributed his behavior to being nervous that he's on live TV.
Yeah, sorry, live TV. Live TV freaks me out a little bit.
On the other hand, Herbstreit believes that Eminem was playing a character featured in a music video for his song Berserk, in an effort to promote it and his upcoming album, the Marshall Mathers LP2.
I think he went into that Berserk character just to have some fun and to create people to be like, what? Was he high? What's wrong with Eminem? And all that noise at least made people know that, hey, he's got a new album coming out. That's what I think he did.
Number 4, B.J. Finney. In arguably one of the most bizarre calls you'll see in any sports game, Pittsburgh Steelers center B.J. Finney was set to snap the ball on a play during a game against the New England Patriots. When Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger made the call for a snap, everyone moved. Only the ball was never snapped.
Blue 20. Blue 27.
Well, you put a new center in the game. You need to snap it.
The center didn't move at all while everyone was in motion. Not only was the ensuing play hilarious, but so was the referee's call.
False start. Offense. All alignment except for the center. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
Finney attributed the mishap to miscommunication and was a good sport with regards to the whole ordeal. Number 3, Al Roker. On an edition of The Today Show back in 2012, alongside co-hosts Al Roker and Matt Lauer, Savannah Guthrie makes a quick joke about ghosts.
It's like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway.
Roker reacts, but holds the reaction still, as though he is straight out of a wax museum. Roker stands still and his gaze remains the same, staring right into the camera. Both Guthrie and Lauer fail to even notice. Turns out, Roker was egged on by the director and simply wanted to see how long he could hold the pose and stare.
You know what? You could have a second career in a wax museum. You really held that pose.
Well, we are in a wax museum.
Number 2, Shaquille O'Neal. The hosts of TNT's Inside the NBA like to have a lot of fun, especially Shaquille O'Neal.
You are talented. I give you a little credit on that. A lot of credit. You're very talented.
During one show, Shaquille O'Neal can be seen with a wide-faced, open-mouth expression. On a segment featuring star Victor Oladipo, Shaquille O'Neal does not say a single word or move. Somehow, he's able to keep the same jovial look on his face throughout without even flinching. This wouldn't be the last time he does this, and it's important to note that this seems to be somewhat prevalent among NBA personalities, including the likes of Draymond Green and Jalen Rose.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Mitch McConnell. In a press conference to discuss the National Defense Authorization Act, McConnell greeted reporters. Soon after, however, he suddenly stopped speaking mid-sentence.
And a string of
He remained still and is escorted away from the camera shortly afterward. He later returned and stated that he was fine.
I'm fine.
You're fine, you're fully able to do your job.
And if that wasn't enough to raise eyebrows, McConnell would appear to freeze again a month later in another press conference. When asked about running for re-election, McConnell did not respond and exhibited similar body language from his first freezing incident. A spokesperson attributed this to him feeling lightheaded. Since these incidents, many have expressed concerns over McConnell's health.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute.